Hello YouTube, my name is Sansia and welcome to my new YouTube channel, Restoring Health. All right, guys, let's get comfortable. So I've been watching YouTube videos for so many years, learning from you guys how to do so many different things in different areas of my life. If I want to learn to do something, YouTube is where I go. But I've never really created a video, so this kind of feels a little bit different, recorded myself. I can't tell you how many times I have deleted this intro after talking for like a minute or so and re-recording it. It just feels different. So just seeing how hard it is just to create this 2 minutes, the first 2 minutes, I can really appreciate how hard you guys work when you're doing these videos. Wow. Yeah, greater respect. But here I am, and I decided to create this channel just to help me on my journey as I attempt to lose weight. So I've been obese all my life. I've always known myself to be in the 200 or greater. I've never seen less than 255 pounds on a scale. I swear to you, never seen. So a little background about me. I am 37 years old. I am a new to practice nurse practitioner as of February of this year. I graduated last year, whoop whoop, class of 2019. I've been a nurse for 10 years, loved the bedside, got tired at the bedside, and just wanted to move on. So here I am, an acute care nurse practitioner working in advanced heart failure. And I love being a mom. My boys are 21 and 13, and I'm also a wife for the past 9 years. So I've been obese my entire life. As I said before, my highest weight has been 353 pounds that I've seen on a scale, and I've go up and down with my weight over the years. I've lost 80 pounds in my early 20s, got pregnant with my first son, my second child, and then gained it back. I just kept eating as if I was pregnant for the remaining 13 years because my youngest is 13. During school, the last 6 years of my life, I was in school for my master's and also working full-time and going to school part-time. I'm an emotional eater and I just eat those emotions away. I'm stressed, I'm eating. I'm happy, I'm eating. I'm sad, I'm eating. You name it, we will eat. And I just developed that bad habit of depending on food for emotion and satisfaction. So and the next thing too, I struggled the last few years with 2 miscarriages. My 2 boys are for different relationships. Me and my husband, we've been married now for almost 9 years, together for a little over 10. And we haven't had the chance to, bring our own child into this marriages yet. We had 2 pregnancies and then lost them. And each time I lost one, I would just go into this depression and overeat again. Then I'll get the encouragement back and start losing weight because I have PCOS, I should say, so I struggle with that. That's a whole different issue. And once I lose the weight, my clock tends to work better, my girl clock. And I had success right away after I drop a certain pounds with my second pregnancy, but then end up losing it a few weeks in, like about 2 months in, and went right back into a depression, ate back my entire 40 pounds back plus more. So fast forward to where we are now. Now that I graduated and I started my new position in February of this year, I decided, okay, girl, you need to figure out what you're going to do. You're not studying no more. You have all this extra time on your hand that you usually use to study. So we need to figure out where we're going to channel that extra time and energy. And I figured, okay, let's revisit that plant-based diet. Because I did this many years ago and I love the way my skin looked and I love the way my body felt during that time. And not sure why I fell off those years ago. I guess I don't know, depression again, and yeah, whenever I get depressed, I just forget about everything and I just like, yeah, whatever. That's a whole different topic. But I decided, so when I started in February at my new job, it was during the whole pandemic, during that time when it initially started to erupt, if you want to say it that way. So unfortunately, I got exposed to a patient. He like literally coughed right here. At that time, it was early in the pandemic phase, so we weren't wearing masks or doing any of that stuff at that time. So my boss sent us home, myself and another coworker who was exposed, to self-isolate for 2 weeks to see if we had, developed any symptoms. Fortunately, I didn't. Thank you, Jesus. But what I did with that time that I was home, I said, okay, girlfriend, you got to get yourself together. I decided to create a garden in my backyard to grow most of my vegetables. My husband helped me and we created a few raised beds and it is doing wonderful right now. We are harvesting away. That's a whole different video if you guys are interested in seeing that I could show you. The second thing I decided to do while I was home those 2 weeks in April for self-isolating was to start focusing on my health, start revisiting, as I say, the plant-based diet, start looking at what I eat here and there. I wasn't consistent, but I was trying to retrain my mind little by little, like, hey, don't take this. Maybe we should do sweet potatoes instead of white potatoes, brown rice instead of white rice. And again, these are things that I know. I have tried these many years ago when I have lost weight. I told you I was a nurse for 10 years at the bedside, so I have some background in knowing what I should be doing. But again, we all have our own struggle, and I struggle emotionally, and I turn to food for my comfort. So anyway, so I decided to revisit that topic, that diet, in April of this year. And I noticed that I went from my highest weight at that time of 353. That's the highest weight I've ever seen, 353, 355. And I noticed that it will slowly come down a pound a month, like slowly, because I wasn't consistent, as I said. But fast forward to July, which is this month that we're in, I decided I need some more accountability. I need something to give me that we got to fight for this, that group, that community feeling, because I need that support. So I decided to join DietBet. And DietBet, that's my first challenge ever. I've been watching it on YouTube. A lot of people talk about it. And I'm like, yeah, maybe one day. Well, that one day came for me in this July. So I decided to jump on and join DietBet. DietBet challenge started July 13. It will end August 9th. My final weigh-in day is August 11th, based on the time that I had initially weighed in. And basically I have to lose 4% of my weight in 4 weeks. And I bet $35, and you split the pot at the end with the winners after they take their percentage. It's my first one, so I don't have all the details, but I could give you more details if you like. But I said to myself, what do I have to lose? It's only $35. You know, it'll be accountability. I could win my 35 back plus an extra 10 or whatever. And the community was good. I was reading the updates that they post daily, and well, I am, because I'm only 2 weeks into it. So in the first week, I lost 7 pounds. And what I did was really focus on eating cleaner. So before, I was just looking at my plant-based diet and changing things here and there. But on week 1, I really decided to let's really focus on our portion control. And I lost 7.1 pounds. In week 2, which was last week, I lost 3.1 pounds, which was good also. Maybe the first week could have been just the initial water weight. Who knows? I don't know. But last week it was 3.1 pounds. And I had to slip up last week too. They had pizza at my job and I ate a few slices. So that could have been why I didn't do more than 3.1. But I'm still happy with what I've lost. This week is week 3. So what I decided to do this week was to focus on intermittent fasting. I've read so much about it. I have watched so many YouTube channel videos about it, and I decided I want to give it a shot. I work 50% day shift, 50% night shift, so I figured I'm going to do 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. So I'm going to fast for 16 hours, and my feed-in window will be 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. And that works for me. I know it may be late for some people when I say 9 p.m., but because I work night shift and I go in 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., having my feeding window until 9 p.m. gives me that little flexibility of the night shift schedule to eat my last meal at 9 if I'm staying awake all day. If I'm staying asleep. Yeah, I said it right. If I'm staying awake all night and going to sleep all day. And the days that I work day shift, that's okay because I go to work 7 a.m., I don't have to eat until 1. I'll just drink hot tea, hot beverages that are calorie-free during that time. And then I'll eat my first meal at 1. And by the time I get off at 7:30 p.m. to get home, I would still have another snack somewhere around 5 p.m. Then I could have like a protein shake or something on my way home while I'm driving home. I'm just trying it. Today's day 2. Yesterday was successful. Today's day 2. And I don't have much to say as yet. Yesterday I worked and it worked perfectly because I worked day shift yesterday. Today I'm home and yeah, it worked. I ate 1 o'clock and here I am about to go make dinner and it's about 4:30 p.m. in the evening. So we'll see where that go. So again, I'm focusing on a plant-based diet. So I'm trying to get rid of all the meat. I'm still having some fish intermittently, and eggs. So I guess I could say I'm more pescatarian right now. And I'm transitioning to be, my ultimate goal is to be fully plant-based. But right now I have to call myself a pescatarian because the only meat I'm eating is fish. And yes, I still have eggs in my diet. Don't have any milk or dairy. I've never drank milk or dairy because I have allergies to it. So I tend to always do almond milk or something dairy free. So yeah, let's say pescatarian. That's the proper term. And my hopes is to be fully plant-based eventually somewhere down the road. I'm not pushing myself too much. I'm just going to take it day by day because I've learned, I know myself for 37 years. I have learned that when I put strict restrictions on myself, I will fail. So I have to treat myself and I have to have realistic goals and expectations. So the pescatarian plan has worked for me. I probably have fish 1 day a week, honestly. I had fish last week and I hadn't had fish weeks before, and I may try some fish this week. So I would say probably 90% of my diet is really plant-based. The other 10%, I'll have fish here and there and eggs here and there. But properly, I should say pescatarian. But I'm focusing on drinking more water because that's my problem too. I don't know how I could go hours without drinking. It's so weird. So I have to challenge myself to stay on top of my water intake because I know that's crucially important to my weight loss. The next thing too is I start off initially saying I'm just going to work out 3 days a week. For some reason, I worked out 7 days last week, and the week before I worked out 6 days. I didn't even notice that until I checked my watch and I was looking through and I say, oh girl, you hit your goals all week and went over. But I fell in love with how I felt, that adrenaline, that rush, that feeling after working out, that I didn't even realize that I passed my 3 day commitment. And I'm like, okay, what are we doing today? And I would call my girlfriend up or my husband or my cousin. And I'm like, do you guys want to go for a walk? Let's bring the weights. We could like lift weights by the river. And that's what we actually did today. So this is my initial weigh-in day of DietBet day 1. I weighed in July 11th. I took a few different pictures of different angles of my body. They did not require this. I just needed it to see my progress and track it. They required 2 photos, a full body photo with a standing mirror or someone taking a shot of you, and a picture of you on the scale with the secret word that they send you. But this is just my own idea of different angles of my body, so I can use this as motivation as I go along. And this is my weight on DietBet day 1, 348.7 with the word that they sent me. These are some food that I ate over the past 2 weeks of this journey. Avocado toast with hemp seed. Here goes a scrambled egg, sweet potato, and scrambled eggs was easy. This is my favorite oatmeal with all these toppings, chia seed, flax seeds, almond, pumpkin seeds. This is a little tofu scramble with avocado and tortilla. A little Buddha bowl I created with tofu, vegan sausage, quinoa, and chard and kale. Quick vegan raw cheesecake. I had a sweet tooth that day and I looked this up on YouTube. This is portobello mushroom BLT. I use liquid smoke, paprika, and maple syrup for the portobello mushroom. Quick little tofu stir fry. I had leftovers with beets, lots of veggies, and quinoa. This is a pad thai vegan pasta with vegan sausage and tofu and a pad thai sauce. This is cauliflower taco. It was so delicious. Oh my gosh. And this is Beyond Burger with vegan cheese and sauteed onions, mushrooms. Mexican street corn vegan style with pesto salmon on the grill. And another Buddha bowl. I think I used the eggs and the chickpea and the quinoa for my protein. This is so great. It's garlicky, very delicious. So it's a garlic mushroom pasta. All these recipes I found on Pinterest or YouTube. I'm going to try to keep everything very quick, very simple, so we could incorporate it into our life. Because it has to be manageable. It has to be something that we can commit to. So that is my goal for this channel, is to show you how we can live simply healthy and clean and getting our activity in there and also choosing better options. So if you have any tips for me, please leave it down below. I am here to learn from you also, as you're here to learn from me. We're all in this together and we can do this. So let's use all our resources. Let's use Pinterest for recipes, Pinterest for for exercise, YouTube recipe, YouTube for exercise. Let's do this. We can do it. You could do exercises in your home without any equipment. YouTube is phenomenal, and Pinterest for learning these quick home exercises. So until next week, guys, stay healthy, stay safe. I will see you with my week 3 update next week. All right. Bye, guys.